Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. This is Michelle Reads YA, and today I'm going to do something a little different, and I'm just going to do kind of a discussion video of how I rate and review books. I have been doing monthly wrap-ups on here for 2 years and just kind of like willy-nilly rate books in front of you and don't really tell you how I personally rate them, so I thought I would do that. Why not? I am going to tell you the Goodreads official star rating and then tell you how mine may or may not differ, and then give you some examples of what each star book rating is based on books that I have read. So hopefully not a very long video, just some insight on how I personally rate and review books. So on Goodreads, 1 star means didn't like, 2 stars means it was okay, 3 stars means liked it, 4 stars means really liked it, and 5 stars means it was amazing. And this is completely subjective. It just depends on who you are and what you like, and that's okay. So let me start with DNFing, or do not finishing, did not finish. I started 2 years ago, around the same time I started BookTube, DNFing books, and I had never done that before, but I am definitely in the category of there are way too many books out there to read really bad books, so it's okay if you don't finish a book. So I do not rate books that I did not finish. Make sense? I didn't finish it. I feel like, how are you going to rate something that you didn't complete? So I don't do that. I once upon a time was rating books that I DNF'd, and I don't do that anymore. So on Goodreads, I just mark it as read, but I don't rate it at all, and most of the time I don't even review it. I'll just say DNF at whatever point and then move on. So for 1 star, I almost never read books that I give 1 star because I DNF so many books. However, this year I did a few videos where I was reading my lowest rated books on my shelf, and I completed those books so I could give a rating. So there were, I think, 3 books in those 5 books that I gave 1 star. So that's a thing that I did. Another thing that I did was I completed The Betrothed by Kiera Cass, and I gave this 1 star. This is rare that I am reading a book on my own and not DNFing it, but from reviews that I saw on Goodreads, not everyone, a couple people were saying that it gets so good at the end and this crazy thing happens, and so I kept pushing myself to the end because it's such a short book. Okay, so I'm like, I can do this, I'm gonna get to the end, it's gonna be amazing, I'm gonna change my mind. No. I should have DNF'd it. I ended up giving this 1 star, so it wasn't worth completing. So every once in a while I doubt myself and I don't DNF, and then this is the result in a 1 star. The next book I completed for the lowest rated books on my shelf challenge and ended up giving 2 stars, and that's Wicked Games by Sean Olin. I decided that I would complete all of these books, and I completed this one. I listened to this on audiobook and ended up giving it 2 stars. So 2 stars for me is I didn't really like it, I did complete it, and here we are. It wasn't great. I probably won't read it again, and I'll probably end up unhauling it, and that's Wicked Games. I just, it wasn't great. I did finish it, so congratulations to me, but it's not something I would recommend, and it's not something that I'm ever going to read again, and I'm probably going to unhaul it. So this is an example of a 2 star. The next one is something that I had once rated 4 stars and have gone back and rated 3 stars, and that is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. I don't know. This was super hyped when it came out, and I read the ARC, and I did not read it at a great time in my life, but going back and just thinking about this book, it was just okay. And that's how I feel about 3 star reads. They're just okay. I'm glad I read it. It was okay. It was an okay time. I definitely didn't DNF it, but I don't know if it's something I'm going to read again. Another example of a 3 star read for me is Renegades by Marissa Meyer. It's okay. I am continuing on with the series, so it's not bad. I'm going to continue on with the series and read and finish it, but it's not the best thing I've ever read. An example of books that I've given 4 stars to is One of Us is Lying and One of Us is Next by Karen M. McManus. These, in my opinion, were great. I have reread this one, and I definitely would like to reread this one at some point. I think there should be another book in this series, so this is just something that I find highly entertaining. It's something that was really fun to read, and I'm definitely keeping on my shelves and would revisit. It just wasn't a full 5 stars for me. I don't know. And then 2 books that are completely different, but I have given 5 stars to this year because they were amazing. The first one is Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson, and the second one is Today, Tonight, Tomorrow by Rachel Lynn Solomon. These are both completely different books, and they both blew me away, and they ended up 5 stars on my list. Monday's Not Coming is a hard-hitting contemporary about Claudia's best friend Monday who goes missing, and Claudia is trying to find Monday, and she feels like she's the only one who really cares about where she is. And then there's a twist in the middle that changes the whole book, and it's so good. And I was listening to this audiobook and like my jaw was on the floor, and when I finished it I just had like chills. So this was a 5-star read for me. It was hard-hitting, it was great, and that's the kind of contemporary I really like. And then on the complete opposite note, another 5-star is Today, Tonight, Tomorrow. This is an enemies to lovers high school romance. It's told in one day, and it was just like fluffy and cute and had me grinning, and it wasn't like hard-hitting at all. And it was a 5-star read. So it really just depends on me. I prefer the hard-hitting, but this was so dang cute and like just made me happy, so it really depends. So I just go with a gut feeling. Definitely a gut feeling when I DNF a book. I at least try to get 100 pages into that book, but sometimes it doesn't happen. You gotta read books that you enjoy. So that's it. That's how I personally rate and review books. I am trying to get better at reviewing books on actual Goodreads. Mostly I just write down notes for myself, so when I do my monthly wrap-up I like trigger a memory of reading the book. But I'm trying to get better at actually reviewing on Goodreads. So yeah, so that's it. Just a little snippet into how my brain works with rating. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you in my next one. Bye!